Hello, what's up? Ali here, and today we are going to jailbreak a Wii. This will work on all Wii, and the process is very easy to follow. And even if you don't have an experience with this kind of stuff, just simply follow the video carefully. Don't miss a single step, and you will be able to jailbreak your Wii with little to no issues at all. Let's go with the requirements first before we proceed to the video. Of course, we need the Wii. Any version or model will definitely work. An Ethernet connection, Wii mode to navigate our Wii, SD card, and at least 20 to 30 minutes to do everything. First, we need to get the MAC address of the Wii. To do that, navigate to the left bottom part of the screen. Go to the Wii settings. And here all the Wii settings one. Before we get to the MAC address, take a note of your Wii version and region. You will find that on the top right part of your screen. Your version should be 4.3. If it's any lower than that, then we have to update our Wii first. Also, take a note of the letter after the version. That indicates the region of your Wii. If you need to update, go right to get to System Settings 2. Then another right to get to System Settings 3. Then click on System Update. This will update your Wii to the latest version. Just make sure your Wii isn't already jailbroken, otherwise it will break your Wii if it goes to a system update while jailbroken. Now for the MAC address, go back to System Settings 2, then Ethernet, then Console Information. Here you will see the MAC address of your Wii. Take a note of this, and you will need this to jailbreak your Wii. And just a little side note, if you have a Japanese version Wii, you can still follow this guide since the tools are placed exactly the same. My first Wii actually has a Japanese language, and I was able to jailbreak it using a guide without understanding my own Wii tools. Next is we need to connect our Wii to the internet. You will have to do this first in case you also need to update your Wii. Now go back and go to the connection settings. Here you can set up your Ethernet connection and choose which connection you'll want to set up. I'll go with wireless connection. Then search for an access point to locate your Wi-Fi connection. Connect to your Wi-Fi and it will run a connection test once you are connected. You will see this message once successful. Remember, only update if your current version is not high enough and your Wii is not yet jailbroken. Next is we'll go to a website where we will use our MAC address to generate a letter bomb required for the jailbreak. The link is in our description and it will take you to this website. Enter your MAC address and make sure you get everything correctly. Then you will have to check your version here. This is very important, so you have to make sure that you check your exact version. I have the 4.3U right now, so I'm checking this. Then check the bundle, the hackmii installer. Then the verification. Then click ready by clicking either cut the red wire or the blue wire. You can choose any option here, it won't affect the jailbreak. Then it will generate a RAR file and we will place that in a SD card. Locate the RAR file and extract it. Then copy all of the files in the extracted folder and save it in your SD card. Make sure the SD card is formatted to FAT32. You can also use a micro SD along with your SD card reader. You may now remove the SD card on your PC and insert it in your Wii. If you don't know yet the SD card slot of your Wii, it's in front of the console, left side of the CD drive. Open it and you will see a slot for the SD card. Insert it and the SD card menu on your Wii should turn visible. Next, we have to make sure the time and date of your Wii is accurate. Let us go back now to the Wii System Settings 1. Then Calendar. and correct your time and date here. Next, go to the message board located on the bottom right corner of the main menu. Then go back a day by clicking the minus sign, and you should see a red mail. If you don't see a red mail here, then you have to verify your time and date first and make sure it is accurate. If it still doesn't show, then repeat the part where you enter the MAC address to generate the letter bomb. Make sure you have entered all of the information correctly, including the region or version of your Wii. Now click on the letter and it will verify and generate some files. Then your Wii will reboot. It may take some time here. It usually takes around a minute, so just patiently wait until you see the press 1 to continue. Press 1 and it will take you to the hackmii installer. Here we can install the homebrew channel and the bootmii. You'll always see the can be installed in the homebrew channel. But in the bootmii, depending on your Wii, sometimes you'll see here as boot2, or like mine can only be installed as iOS. You don't have to worry about that. For now, let us press continue and install the homebrew channel. Then hit yes to continue. Hit on continue, then select bootmii. Here, if you have the option boot2, go ahead and choose that, but we are good to install as iOS if that is the only option. Then you'll need your SD card for this, so just hit yes again to continue. Then click on continue. If everything went through, just go ahead and click on return to the main menu and exit. Then it will take you to the homebrew channel. Then select launch bootmii. If you are able to install bootmii as boot2, you may press shutdown and restart your Wii. It will also direct you to the bootmii menu. Here the control on our Wii will be different. We can only navigate our Wii with the power and the reset button on the Wii. What we are going to do here is we are going to back up our NAND. So in case our Wii encounters some issues while jailbreaking, we can restore them using this backup. And to do that, press the power button to navigate to the settings, then press eject to select. Then select again to choose the backup, the one with the green arrow. Here your Wii will back up your NAND. If you encounter some deadlock, that will be okay. And depending on the condition of your Wii, it may take a few minutes to a couple of hours. You may skip this part, but it is highly advisable to back up your NAND. Once finished, you may check your NAND and the keys on your SD card. These are your backup. Properly store them, then you may delete them on your SD card. Next is we are going to download these 3 files, and the links can be found on our description. After downloading, extract them, then you will see a folder apps. Inside the apps folder are the D2X cios installer and the preloader. Then just copy the 2 homebrew folders also inside the apps folder. So inside the apps folder should be the D2X installer, preloader, and the 2 homebrew browsers. Then copy them on the root of your SD card. Once you're all set, let us go back to the Wii and load the homebrew channel. We will now see these 3 items that we have just downloaded. Next is we will install the preloader first. Select the preloader. Here we will see some disclosures from the developers. And once we have read them carefully, press the A and the start button to install, or Y and the minus button to uninstall, or home and the start button to quit. Of course, we got all the way here and we will press A and the start button to install the preloader. After the installation, press A to exit, and we will be back at the homebrew channel. From here, we have to reset the Wii, and as we restart the Wii, we have to hold the reset button to enter the preloader configuration. Once we are here, press A to start your Wii mode, then navigate to the system menu hacks to enable some pretty stuff on your Wii. You may check and enable anything you see helpful. But based on the guide that I followed, let us start with these three options. First is a region free everything, then block disk, and online updates. I'll also recommend the 480p graphics fix. You may browse to see more options, and once you are satisfied here, click on the save settings and press B to go back. Then select the homebrew channel. Next is we have to select the D2X cios installer. This will configure our Wii to load games on the external hard drive, which is the way to play Wii games. Press any button to continue, and here you may use your D-pad to change the configuration. On the first row, select cios, choose V10, Beta 52, D2X-V10-Beta 52. Then on the base, select 57. Select cios slot, choose 249. Select cios revision, choose 65535. And press A twice to install. And once we are done, press A to continue. Now for the second configuration, on the first row, keep it V10 Beta 52, D2X V10 Beta 52. Then on the second row, base, choose 56. Then on the cios slot, choose 250. Keep the revision 65535. Then press A twice to install. And once we're done, press A again to continue for the third and last time. For the first row, again keep it to V10 Beta 52, D2X V10 Beta 52. Then on the base, choose 38. cios slot, choose 251. Then on the cios revision, keep it to 65535. Again, press A twice to install. And once we are done, press B to exit. After that, most of our games should work now. The only thing left to do is just enter the homebrew browser and look for stuff you want to install on your Wii. And here on the homebrew browser, you'll find games, medias, and utilities you can download and install on your Wii. You may go ahead and browse till your heart's content, but be sure to download these two applications. Let us start with Nintendo. This is the best GameCube emulator on our Wii. Navigate using your remote, download, and it will automatically install. Then the USB Loader GX. This is the best loader of games in your external hard drive. And once you are satisfied here, let us reboot our Wii, back to the homebrew channel, and you will find everything that you have downloaded here. And that basically concludes our video. If you encounter any issues or concerns, you may leave it in our comment section and I will definitely address them. And again, this is Ali. If you found this video helpful, please do like and subscribe. And I will definitely see you on our next video. Bye-bye.